As the wheels rotate, a gentle hum escapes from the friction between metal and motion. Energy, beautiful, invisible, essential is being born. We stand mesmerized by this moment, as if we've unlocked the secret of perpetual motion. But as I watch those wheels spin, I can't help but ask, will this energy ever truly sustain itself? Will renewable energy ever really be the thing that powers our world forever? Or is it just another dream we keep chasing in circles? We talk about the future as if it's guaranteed by sunlight, wind, and waves. But the more I look into it, the more I realize that renewable energy may not be our salvation, it might just be our latest illusion. Because energy, at its core, is never free. It demands payment, not in dollars, but in physics. In land, in materials, in the hidden cost of what it takes to capture it. Imagine standing in a desert, a sea of solar panels stretching beyond the horizon. They shimmer, reflecting sunlight like a promise. But behind that promise is the mining of rare earths, the melting of silica, the transportation, the waste. The panels work only when the sun smiles and rest useless when it sleeps. Yet, our cities never sleep. Our devices, our lights, our industries, they crave constancy, not sunlight's mood. And so we build batteries. Massive, beautiful, complex vaults of stored power. But every battery is a coffin of chemistry: lithium, cobalt, nickel, all mined from somewhere. Processed in smog-filled factories far from the headlines of green hope. For every wind turbine that spins gracefully in a drone-shot video, there's a mine tearing open the earth to feed it. For every solar field we celebrate, there's a child somewhere digging for cobalt. The irony is poetic and painful. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. They said it can only change form. But perhaps our optimism changes form too. We keep reinventing the same dream, that one day we'll generate endless clean power without hurting the planet. Yet every time we chase it, it slips through our fingers like sand. Picture a vast field of wind turbines, white giants waving at the clouds. They look serene. But the wind doesn't blow when we ask it to. Sometimes, too much wind and the grid collapses. Too little, and cities flicker into darkness. We build grids, we build backups, we burn gas to fill the gaps, quietly whispering that it's still green. But the truth hums louder than the turbines themselves. Renewables are fragile, dependent, inconsistent. Nature doesn't obey our schedules. Now close your eyes and imagine a city at night. Neon signs, glowing air conditioners humming, subways rolling beneath your feet. Every flicker of light is a heartbeat of energy. Now, imagine telling that city, wait for the sun. Imagine factories halting production because clouds have gathered. Imagine hospitals switching to diesel backup because the wind decided to rest. Can a civilization built on constant demand depend on energy that's sometimes awake and sometimes asleep? People say, technology will fix it. I hear that like a mantra, repeated with hope rather than evidence. But every new solution adds new problems. The more advanced our renewables become, the more delicate their ecosystems of supply chains, materials, and disposal processes grow. It's like trying to build a castle out of mirrors beautiful to look at, but one crack and everything shatters. As the wheels rotate, we return to that hum against the motion that began this conversation. Maybe the real issue isn't the source of energy, but the way we consume it. Renewable energy won't fail because it can't work. It'll fail because we refuse to slow down. Because we've built a world that equates progress with consumption. We don't want enough power. We want infinite power. We want comfort on demand, entertainment without pause, data without delay. Renewable energy was designed to supplement life, not sustain our hunger for endless growth. Look at history. Every revolution in energy from wood to coal, from oil to nuclear wasn't about saving the planet. It was about control, abundance, power. Renewable energy promised something different, harmony. But harmony is unnatural to a species addicted to acceleration. Now imagine an electric car gliding silently down a highway. People see freedom. I see a chain one made of rare metals, of foreign mines, of endless extraction hidden under clean marketing. The car moves without smoke, but the smoke has only been displaced to factories, to power plants, to the forgotten corners of the earth. We didn't eliminate pollution. We outsourced it. And yet, I don't say this to dismiss innovation. I say it to wake us up. Renewable energy is not the enemy, it's a symptom. A symptom of our refusal to accept limits. The earth gives us wind, water, light, but we demand it on our terms, in our quantities, for our convenience. And so, we bend nature to fit our grid, instead of bending our lifestyle to fit nature's rhythm. Picture a forest, untouched. It runs on a perfect economy. Waste is food, decay is growth, balance is law. Now, picture our cities. Even with solar rooftops and electric buses, they pulse with imbalance. The more we electrify, the more we extract. The more we sustain one form of life, the more we suffocate another. That's not renewable. That's just reinvented consumption with a cleaner logo. Maybe renewable energy won't die because of technology, but because of psychology. Because human beings crave stability, not intermittence. Because investors want profit, not patience. Because politics runs on quarterly results, not millennial timeframes. And so, every time renewable energy tries to bloom, the soil beneath it cracks under our impatience. As the wheels rotate, you realize even perpetual motion has friction. And maybe that's the metaphor for us. We always trying to escape the cost of energy. But friction finds us, whether it's in the mining pit, the recycling plant, or the broken promises of a carbon-neutral fantasy. I picture a future where the cities glow, not because we found a new source of power, but because we found wisdom in restraint. Where we learn that not every light must stay on, not every screen must glow. Until then, renewable energy will remain a noble experimenter bridge between our guilt and our greed. We will keep spinning the wheels, building panels, raising turbines. But perhaps the truest form of renewable energy is awareness, the one resource we've yet to harness fully. Because awareness doesn't require sunlight or wind. It only needs honesty. And so, as the wheels rotate, I end where I began. Not with a prophecy, but a realization. Renewable energy might never be the thing, not because it can tea, but because we can tea. Because we are the only species that dreams of endless motion in a finite world. Until we change that, the dream of clean, limitless power will remain exactly that, a dream carried by the wind, fading when the sun goes down.